Alright, so in this section I'm going to talk about how to make overlapping boxes. So first off, what we're going to do is start off with our horizon line and create a vanishing point. We're going to create a box just like we normally do in one-point perspective. So 2 vertical lines, and 2 horizontal lines. Make sure the edge of your triangle lines up with the edge of your paper. If you have any excess lines, we're going to go ahead and erase those real quick. And we're going to take the points to the vanishing point. So we're going to take this point to the vanishing point, this point to the vanishing point, this point to the vanishing point, and then the last point, I'm going to match it up to the vanishing point, but because it goes through the face, I'm not going to do it. At this point, I'm ready to cut off my box. So to cut off my box, I'm going to look at what line is what. So over here, I have a horizontal line, so I'm going to cut with a horizontal line. It doesn't matter how thick or thin your boxes are, it's totally up to you. Again, when you're making a horizontal line, make sure that you are lining your triangle up. Over here, I need to make a vertical line. I'm going to match it up right here. And then at this point, I can erase all excess lines. Now, when overlapping a box, you don't really do anything that's different as far as composing the box in one-point perspective. So, I'm going to do 2 vertical lines, 2 horizontal lines. Again, make sure your triangle is lining up to ensure that you get a nice straight line. And make sure you're also drawing light too. You're going to have a lot of different lines going on here. Erase any excess lines that you have. And at this point, I need to figure out what's in front and what's behind. It's totally up to you as to what you want to choose to be in front. In this case, I'm going to choose the box that I just drew in the front. So I'm just going to erase any of the old lines that I have. So any old lines from the previous box. And that's just to make sure that I know what I'm doing, because I don't want to get confused with a bunch of lines. Now I'm going to take everything to the vanishing point. So I'm going to take this point to the vanishing point, this point right here to the vanishing point, and this point here to the vanishing point. You're going to end up with a lot of different lines. Okay. And then the last point, I'm not going to draw through because it goes through the face of my rectangle. Alright, so now I have to cut off my box, but if you're confused by all the different lines going on, I can erase the lines from my old box. And this is a preference, you can wait until the last step. And now I'm going to cut off my box. So I need a vertical line and a horizontal line to cut off my box. Okay. This box is in front, so again I'm going to erase as well as I can all the stuff from the old box. And I'm also going to erase the excess lines from the box that I just drew. So I don't need this one. And that's how you pretty much do an overlapping box. If you would like to continue to listen, I'll do another one here on the horizon line. So I'm going to start off with 2 vertical lines, 2 horizontal lines, erase any excess lines that I have. I can even erase this horizon line that's going through the face of my shape. And then I'm taking my points to the vanishing point. Now, because it's on the horizon line, I'm only going to see the front and the side. So I'm going to connect this to the vanishing point. And then I'm going to cut my box off. Okay. And erase any excess lines that I have. Okay. Now for overlapping, I'm going to overlap my boxes here. I'm going to put a thin one here at the top, but I'm going to make a small-ish box. So I'm going to draw 2 horizontal lines, 2 vertical lines, and I'm going to decide to put this new box in front of this old box. So I'm going to go ahead and erase my lines from my old box on the face. Now, this one is above the horizon line, so I'm going to connect to the vanishing point. And eventually you're going to be able to figure out that you don't have to go all the way to the vanishing point anymore, especially if you know how long you want your boxes to be. So I'm just going to go part of the way to the vanishing point because I want my box to be about this long. So again, you don't have to go all the way to the vanishing point anymore. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut my box off. So I need a vertical line and then a horizontal line. Again, make sure that you are lining it up to the edge of your paper to ensure that you are getting nice straight lines. Then I can go ahead and erase all my excess lines that I have. And because this box, I'm declaring that it's in front, I'm going to erase all the lines from my old box behind it. Okay. So that's how you do overlapping boxes. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.